Hello everybody. Tonight I'll be talking about what types of smudging, what type of smudging sticks you can use and varieties there are, and the types that I use in my workings for clearing my spaces, having spirits go and come. You can actually invite spirits into your space with certain sages, and more or less what they are as in a type of, where they're from, where, they're located, as well as what type of energy they bring. I use a variety. I use cedar. Cedar is a very, very old, very sacred sage to use. The tree is as old as time, as dates far back as the dinosaurs, and the tree itself is very sacred in the native traditions. It has not really changed much in the way it is, period, since the dinosaurs. They say this is cedar. Excuse me if it's a little messy looking, but cedar is a very, very sacred sage. It's little fine. I actually can wrap my own. I have cedar trees outside, and they are very sacred to the natives. And to take from a cedar tree, it's always good to take what's fell. You should never take from a cedar tree itself unless you're going to give something back to it, some of your energy. I usually give a piece of my hair or a piece of tobacco to honor the spirit of the tree. Remember, trees are what give us oxygen and keep us from overheating, and they are just as important as a human being. It's how you treat them. Oof, snowstorm is kicking butt out there. I can hear tires skidding. But the smell of cedar, very, very, almost like a pine smell. It's very close in pine tree smell almost. It's used in sacred traditions of the natives. You use it for getting rid of negative energy. You also can use it to get rid of energy from an item, to release energy from an item. It's very, 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 very sacred. I can't stress that enough. So when you have cedar trees on your property, take very good care of them. Cedar trees bring very good natural energies, spirit energies. It brings you lands. If there's land spirits there, they usually keep them at bay, and they usually keep them very, if you respect the land, you're all right. If you are very disrespectful to your property with cedar trees, usually you'll have bad luck come. Like you get floods around the areas, or your vehicle will go, bonkers, or you'll get broken pipes in the house, or something to that strange nature that usually is common, but even more so when you have cedar trees and you're very disrespectful towards them. Cedar trees are probably the most next to juniper trees. Juniper trees are very sacred as well. They're the next on the list that are the most sacred trees. Excuse me, my throat is dry. So I gotta fix my seat there. When you light a juniper tree or a juniper smudge stick, those are used in inviting abundance, investments, things of that nature. When you use a juniper smudge stick, that is usually for bringing positive affirmations in. Yes, you can use it for protection, but it also helps you within the home as it brings good deeds into the home. job opportunities, all that stuff. Let me see what's next. Now, this here is sweetgrass. It is called Mother Earth's hair because it grows so wildly through everywhere through the across American lands. It's said to literally have this. As I'm reading it on my paper, I wrote down a lot of facts for you so I didn't forget anything. It is sacred to several tribes specifically. It drives away evil and harm and benevolent spirits. And churches would hang it in their thresholds to bring luck and grace in, as in it would just bring in the grace of loving wholeness into the churches. Churches are already loving and wholesome, but it also bring in more natural, higher beings, I guess you could say, because it's such from the earth. It dwells within the earth, and it's very calming and brings peace within the threshold, I guess. You know, evokes loving and kindness. The correct way they say to use it in the tribes is you cut off small pieces and you would burn it on charcoal discs. And the smell is to, you know, erase any negativity and bring in anything good and honest, and it erases harmful energies, basically. It's just a really nice thing to have on hand. It just brings so much positive and good energy within your thresholds of your home. You can literally hang it from each doorway, and it's such a pleasant way to just burn it, you know, to bring in positive gain to you. Let's see, what else do I have? Oh, okay, well, I'll show you some of my plants that I grow, where I get my own. This is called common sage, another sage variety. Beautiful. Kind of, honestly, I'm gonna say it, it smells like marijuana. And yes, I'm not gonna say I've never smoked it. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not a liar. I smoked it when I was younger. I'm an adult. I don't do it anymore. I was a kid. But anyways, that is basically, you can use it for cooking, you can use it in teas, you can, you know, add it to, you know, you can add it around your thresholds to your home. You can burn it, obviously, for, you can use it for cleansing, you can invite, you know, blessings into your home. Native Americans use that a lot as well. You can get it from the stores, actually, in these packages here, if you don't want to grow it yourself. Very, kind of looks a lot like just regular fluffiness, fluffy leaves. They're very good to have on hand. You can roll them yourself, let them dry out for a couple weeks, and bam, you're good to go. I add in, when I make my own, I add in rosemary, sage, lavender, and dry rosebuds. I dry my own herbs as well. Rosemary, now rosemary is another good one to have on hand. Rosemary is good in cooking and smudging, and it's, you know, it's invigorating to the body and the mind. It clears negative energy, inspires confidence. So it's, you know, it's just a beautiful thing to grow on. And the more positive and negative clearing things that you grow around your house, the less negativity you're going to have around your house. I also craft my own sprays to my body that helps me get rid of stagnant energy, I guess you can say. I make my own Florida water as well. It helps me get rid of the energies of spirits that kind of like attach but not purposely. You know, they want to hang around me so much that sometimes it's hard to just get off. And lemongrass. Lemongrass is very good. Lemongrass literally just, it brightens up the soul. It gives positive feeling within. It helps, if you smell lemongrass, it literally smells like lemon balm. And it literally can perk you up. It's a perking plant. It literally, and it helps you with protection as well. You can burn that. You can cook that down and make your own protection oils. There's so many things that I could get into that I literally do on a daily basis myself. I try not to depend on what stores give me. I try to grow my own things. I try to craft my own things. It's just better that way because you can add in so much more protection amplifyings to it. But that's really it for the sages. I mean, there are more sages out there, but those are the ones that I use and craft myself. I just dry them out, cut them down. You can literally craft your own teas too. There's so many neat things that you can do. But I also use that in my mediumship work. That's how I cleanse my spaces, my homes. I literally do so many different things with my sages that I use. You can also order them from native tribes that are, you know, using traditional prayers over their bundles of sages. There's so many good sages out there. I like to order from a native tribe if I have that option, because the natives, you know, the natives are said to be connected with I call it Mother Earth. So they're very connected with the divine God. That's how I feel about that situation. I won't get into the whole, you know, God, this, that. I believe in God. I believe in divine, I believe in divinity. I believe in so many different things. You know, for me, that's just me and my beliefs. I don't get tied down to one belief. I believe there are many amazing things out there, and it's, you know, God is love, and no matter what culture you come from, religion should always be about love and not judging anybody. So that's how I feel on that. But now that I've done these couple videos, I'm going to try to get into my spirit session for Linda Jackson, and see who comes through for her, her dad or her friend or her nephew. I'm not sure who's going to try to come through, but I'm only going to do one. So we'll see where we go from there. So everybody have a wonderful night.